Hey guys, welcome back to Games of War. You have no idea how good it feels to say that again finally. Man, I never planned on being gone nearly this long. The last video we talked, I was, getting a new place, I'm going to have a new yard for Monkey, packing up the game room, everything's going to be smooth, channel's going to be back on, better than ever. Well, I gotta say, in my life, when it rains, it pours, and this past 8 months, going on a year now, has been a fucking downpour tsunami. This another time, another video. I just wanted my comeback video to be right straight to the point, right back into a nice topic. I have a channel update planned for the future that will kind of detail some of the changes I want to make for the channel and some new ideas I have moving forward, and get some of your input with things you'd like to see in the future, because I want to get this channel more interactive, streaming, Twitch, and I know I've said this before, but I really want to make this channel something special. I can't thank you all enough. The channel has continued to grow since I've been gone. I've gotten so many messages and so many nice comments wishing me well and wishing the channel would come back. Well, that day is now, my friends. The channel is back. Thank you for watching. And thank you for being patient and sticking with me. I just am blown away by the number of well wishes and encouraging me with Monkey, encouraging me with the situation, telling me to keep my head up. It's really meant a lot, and it's really nice to know that my work is appreciated and that people want me to continue, and I surely will do that. So the future video, in a couple episodes coming up, I have a nice channel update where we'll talk about some new stuff, some new Patreon stuff, some new giveaways, because I definitely have some stuff I want to give away and reward the faithful. But today's episode is a topic that kind of stemmed from my hiatus, actually. In these past 8 months, 9 months, I haven't been doing too much gaming. I've had to sell quite a bit of stuff to kind of get finances right to buy my own place, because I tried to move in and split rent with somebody I knew, and it just kind of turned into a fucking disaster. So sold some games, got some finances in order. This is my own house. This is my own game room. Nobody can take it away from me. Nobody can tell me what kind of fucking dog I can have. So we'll not have to worry about anything like that in the future. This is mine. I'm here to stay. And I don't really pay attention to video game prices and like rare games and like, oh, I've got this and it's worth so much money. So what is a rare game? Now, in doing some research and having to sell off some of my games, I really had to go and look at prices and see what is a fair price for selling certain things, because I'm so blind on prices. I never really paid attention. I just bought what I wanted and kept on and held on to it. So when I was looking at selling some of my collection, I knew that there were some games I couldn't part with, but games like on the PS2 doesn't seem all that old to me. It seems fairly new. I still remember getting games and playing it like it was yesterday, and I couldn't believe some of the prices. And I say, what makes a rare game a rare game? Now, for instance, let's take Haunting Ground. Now, Haunting Ground is a game that came out in the PS2 era. I found this game to be amazing right away. As soon as I picked it up, I loved it. I was a huge fan of Clock Tower, and I knew that this was kind of almost a spiritual successor to the Clock Tower series. But the moment I played Haunting Ground, I fell in love with it. The seamless load times, like no load times, like you walk into a room, it's right there. I really feel that helps with the immersion, kind of walking from room to room and just having right there, no load times, nothing to take you out of the environment, the immersion. I loved the graphical style. I thought it was very impressive for the time. Now, reviews be damned. If I was going to base my decision on a review, this game got shit on everywhere. I was looking forward to it so much, and the first reviews came in, and it was getting like 4s and 3s and just saying horrible things about it. I went with my gut, and I picked the game up, and I'm happy I did, because I absolutely love the game still to this day. But this game, I come to find out, has gone up in value immensely. I think it's around $200 now, and it's like, holy shit, did it really take people this long to figure out what a great game Haunting Ground is? Did it have a low print run? You know, what is it about Haunting Ground that all of a sudden nobody gave a shit about it? Like back 2005, 2006, 2007, this game was everywhere. It was in discount bins. I saw multiple copies at GameStop used. You could get it anywhere. And now it's commanding such a high price. I didn't think it had a low print run. I could be wrong. Maybe it's strong word of mouth. What do you guys think? What is the reason that a game like Haunting Ground has gone up in value? It makes me wonder. A game like Rule of Rose, I picked this game up used at GameStop, and they were having like a buy two get one free sale. I think I paid $14 for it. And this is a game that I wanted at the time. I wanted to pick it up when it first came out, simply due to the fact that it had like a horror premise that was fairly unique involving children. Now, I've always found children to be creepy as fuck, man. Sometimes children can be really scary. This game taking place in an orphanage and just kind of having a sick and twisted storyline, maybe not the best gameplay, maybe not the best controls, but Rule of Rose got pretty expensive fairly early on and has nothing but climb up. I've seen it sell close to $400 these days. And I'm thinking to myself, I know this had a low print run. The game isn't too extraordinary aside from the story and setting. It's still a pretty good game and I do love it. But what is the reason for this price hike, man? Is it a lack of horror games that come out now? Because I'll tell you what, there is a lack of really good horror games on the new consoles, and it's sad because there could be so much done with intense visuals and sounds and graphics in today's realism and grittiness. It could look. I know there's a lot of horror games out, like digitally and some other stuff, but I've been out of the loop. So if I'm missing some good horror games of today, please let me know. But Rule of Rose is another one that's just insane how expensive it's gotten, and I'm not sure why. Another interesting point of contention that might affect rare games and value and what is rare, From Software. Now, when a developer gains a loyal following, I can still remember back to there was a headline where From Software was working on 2 brand new exclusives for consoles. The PlayStation 3 was getting Demon's Souls exclusively, and the Xbox 360 was getting Ninja Blade exclusively. Now, we all know which title here has gone on to greatness, spawned multiple sequels, a whole new franchise, a whole other set of games, kind of revolutionized the way we look at difficult, challenging games. Ninja Blade, all the way, changed the gaming landscape. I digress, I'm joking. Demon's Souls, changed the landscape, spawned the Dark Souls series, spawned the Bloodborne, the brand new Shadows Die Twice, I believe it's called. Fantastic game, Zach is playing through it right now. But I gotta say, seeing these games do well, like Shadows Die Twice and Bloodborne, it kind of makes people want to go back and check out the older releases, like From Software. I've noticed Kuon, I have it on the PS2 somewhere, a horror game, has gone way up in price after Shadows Die Twice kind of hit big and got really popular, and people go back and they want to see the older games, and does that have an effect on a rarity or price driving up? It's an interesting thing to think about, very interesting, as to what makes a rare game rare. I know in my case, when I have a developer that I like and they release a new game and maybe I haven't played some of their older stuff, it definitely makes me want to go back and check out some of the older stuff. On a side note, if you haven't played Ninja Blade, man, I think this game is freaking fantastic. It didn't get near the attention that Demon's Souls got and all the love and what's happened with Souls, but Ninja Blade's a great game, man. It's really sad to see. I'm not expecting it to spawn a whole nother type of game genre and a whole new, birth of fans, but Ninja Blade is fantastic. It's so over the top with its quick time events, and that might have been what turned a lot of people off, was the massive amount of quick time events, but they're so over the top and so outlandish, and the gameplay is actually really, rock solid. A great combat system, kind of reminds me of like Ninja Gaiden-ish, kind of weapon switching, wall running, but the boss battles are freaking fantastic, and the quick time events really add that tension. I thought Ninja Blade was a fantastic game, definitely needs more love, but it's interesting to think about a developer getting more popular as the years go on, making people want to go back and check out their older works to see what they're all about, and does that drive the price up? Just something to think about. So I gotta say, man, it feels so good to be back, guys. I can't say it enough. GamezOfWar is here to stay. We're gonna be getting on schedule, regular videos. In terms of what I've been playing lately, I've been playing a lot of the Switch, man. I picked up Starlink, and I know Starlink kind of got pretty good reviews. A lot of people said it was really repetitive. It didn't sell well, which is really sad because I absolutely loved. I'm kind of a sucker for like the Skylanders stuff. I fell into that when it first came out and bought everything. But I love the Toys to Life kind of games, and Starlink really interested me because I'm a big fan of Star Fox and I'm a big fan of sci-fi. And I just thought it was a fantastic game. Sure, it gets repetitive. You kind of do a lot of the same things on the planets over and over again, a lot of repetition. But the ability to leave planets, fly out into the solar system all seamlessly in real time, and kind of go to another planet, have bandits kind of trying to take you out in these little barricades they put up in the little hyperspace blocks, and getting through those and making your way to the next planet and kind of breaching through the atmosphere and going down and touching down on the next planet. I fell in love with the game. I thought it was really fun, just a great, in terms of production value on the Switch. It looks fantastic. I had a lot of fun with it. I bought all the ships, and I kind of knew it was doomed from the start because it's a lot to ask of people to make an investment like that, especially when it's so much easier to play it digitally. The way they kind of implemented the ships is kind of clumsy, and you have to kind of reattach everything every couple of weeks or something to update it to make sure that you own it and you didn't just like steal it or something. But you have to renew the parts constantly, which is kind of annoying. But overall, I thought Starlink was fantastic. I had a lot of fun playing it. I'm looking forward to the update. I know the prices have been slashed on a lot of the stuff, so if you have any interest in Starlink, definitely pick the stuff up before it goes and it's gone forever. You know, if you can get it on clearance, pick it up and enjoy it like I have. I have yet to pick up Darksiders 3. Darksiders probably being one of my favorite, if not my favorite franchise from the generation. Absolutely love war, death. I need to pick up the Apocalypse Edition. I've got my eye on one on Amazon right now. I've got to have all those statues. Such a huge Darksiders fan, and it pains me that I haven't picked up 3 yet. If anybody out there has played Darksiders 3 yet, and you're a fan of the series, let me know what you think. I can't wait to pick it up and add the statues to my small but respectable collection of Darksiders stuff. Something else that I find really interesting is that in the 8, 9, 10 months that I've been out of the loop as far as staying up on new releases and limited run, there's been so many companies that have sprung up that do similar things to limited run, where they're offering limited print runs and almost assuring that it's going to go rare. And you know, they've done fantastic. Limited Run has with titles like Cosmic Star Heroine, just amazing collector's editions with amazing contents, and games like 2064 Read-Only Memories, which any fan of Snatcher or Space Adventure needs to play. 2064 Read-Only Memories, what a fantastic game. And then Valhalla, great limited editions. Now these almost seem like they are set up to be rare from the get-go. You know, limited amounts of copies. You have to act now, get on the website, and get it before all their copies are gone, which I've noticed like the new Switch games and some of the other ones, there's like a limited pre-order that's open and you have a certain amount, like maybe 30 days to place your order, and then it goes away. But I can't believe how many companies have sprung up that are doing similar things to limited run, where a previously digital only title comes out physical and you're able to get a copy. Now, are these almost guaranteed to be rare? Are these almost guaranteed to be super pricey? Or because people know that they're limited and that there's not many copies made, is that going to keep the value down? Because I haven't seen limited run. Some of the early stuff has gotten pretty pricey, don't get me wrong, but a lot of these are not as pricey as I thought they would be. And the Vita, you know, it's kind of on its way out, or almost, if not dead, in North America. I know they're still supporting it at limited run, but I'm surprised to see some of these games that haven't gotten too pricey, which is a good thing, trust me. People still get their hands on some of these fantastic collector's editions with some amazing contents. Cosmic Star Heroine being one of the best limited run limited editions I've seen yet. The contents that come in this are just amazing, and it was a real treat to open this up and see some of the stuff that came in there. So, like, what are your guys' thoughts on all these companies springing up and offering these limited print runs? Are these games, you know, destined to go rare and get expensive later on? How do you feel about it? How do you feel about their pricing structure? How do you feel about the availability? Do you prefer having a limited window and having to get in there and like enter your information in before the timer goes up, or do you prefer like a pre-order where you can get it for a month before you're able to be cut off? It's interesting stuff. I've been asking myself and kind of racking my brain, you know, what makes something rare? What is it? It's tough to nail down. Maybe there isn't an answer. Maybe I'm just wondering something that's pointless. I don't know, but it's definitely good for discussion, and I'd like to see what you guys think. So I gotta say, I cannot tell you how happy I am to be back. Games of War will continue on schedule, with content regularly. You'll know what to expect. A few videos from now, I'll do an update and we'll all get on the same page. Thank you guys. Thank you for having me back. Games of War is absolutely nothing without you.